Hi there and welcome to our top 20 wickets by spinners. Prepare to be bamboozled as we get right into it. First up, we have Australia's Mr. Reliable Nathan Lyon bowling a big booming off break to Anrich Nortje. The big South African speedster might have been expecting a regulation front foot block, but Lyon's delivery turned and bounced sharply to leave him in an uncompromising position. All poor Nortje could do was parry the ball with the handle of his bat straight into Silly Point's hands. Next up, we have the underrated Aussie magician Stuart MacGill. MacGill's only misfortune was that he played in the same era as the great Shane Warne, otherwise he might have had a more prolific career. Bowling with a low sidearm action, MacGill had the ability to generate massive turn. Just look at this delivery. A massive leg break delivery that turned from outside leg stump to take the batter's edge outside the off stump. Talk about bamboozling the batsman. At number 18, we have India's chief bamboozler Ravichandran Ashwin castling Alistair Cook with a picture-perfect off-spinner. Off-spin bowlers and left-handed batsmen are a match made in heaven, and one look at this delivery will tell you why. During a test match against England, Ashwin pitched a sublime good-length delivery that drifted in before straightening off the pitch and right into the stumps. Cook had no idea what hit him. Saeed Ajmal was a menace with the ball before a bowling action controversy brought his career to a standstill. During the 2011 ICC World Cup quarter-finals, where the Pakistani spinners decimated the West Indies batting lineup, Ajmal bowled a superb doosra to dismiss Devendra Bishu. A quick delivery outside off-stump, the ball ended up turning the other way and right through a confused Bishu's defences. This is what you call comprehensively bowled. At number 16, we have possibly the greatest T20I spinner of the modern era in Rashid Khan. The Afghan maestro has brought a new meaning to spin bowling in T20 cricket with his unusually quick deliveries, superb accuracy and subtle variations. During the 9th edition of the BBL, Khan put Will Sutherland on skates with a gorgeous wrong-un right through the gate and onto the stumps. Sutherland had absolutely no clue how to play that one. Indian legend Anil Kumble is one of the most prolific spinners of all time. Although not a big turner of the ball, he still succeeded in picking up a shocking 619 wickets in just 132 test matches. Here we have him bowling a massive leg break delivery to Jason Gillespie from around the wicket. The loopy leg spinner turned and bounced to beat Gillespie's hopeful leg side flick, and the keeper did the rest. If Kumble turned the ball as much on a regular basis, he might have ended up with way more than 619 wickets. Next up, we have one of England's most famous spinners in Graham Swan. The off-spinner was a crucial part of the England squad during his playing years, and his performances certainly warranted his place. Now, an off-spinner castling a left-handed batsman on the front foot is a work of art, but sending him on the back foot to turn him inside out, even more so. That is exactly what Swan did to Gautam Gambhir during the 2011 ICC World Cup. This man was a left-hander's worst nightmare. Up at number 13, we have England's very own Adil Rashid cleaning up Babar Azam with a beautiful googly. The Englishman has a successful bowling record against Babar, picking up the Pakistani skipper's wicket 7 out of the 20 times they've faced each other. In this instance, Rashid darted in a quicker wrong-un just outside off-stump. By the time Babar realised this wasn't a leg spinner, he had already been clean bowled. Yasir Shah was a regular feature in the successful Pakistan test side under Misbah-ul-Haq. The leg spinner had some brilliant performances during his relatively short career. During a test match against England, he delivered a flat leg spinner to a left-handed Gary Ballance, who was in no way expecting the ball to turn that much. Poor Ballance had already walked all the way across his crease, only for the ball to pass everything and smash into the stumps behind him. Recent Pakistani debutant Abrar Ahmed made an instant impression when he took 11 wickets during his first ever test match for Pakistan. On a flat track that seemed to have been under the roller since the beginning of time, the wily Ahmed delivered a sublime flighted googly to Ben Stokes from over the wicket. Stokes' defensive prod wasn't enough to keep the ball out, and his expression suggested that this delivery was indeed something special. At number 10, we have the talented Aussie leg spinner Adam Zampa. The man from New South Wales is a fiery competitor with the ball, and here we have him bowling an absolute peach of a delivery to Kane Williamson. A quicker wrong-un at good length, drifting in, dipping right in front of Williamson and going straight through his gate. As perfect as they come. Williamson is usually a great player of spin, but he was left flicking his bat at thin air with this one. English legend Michael Vaughan was a master with a bat, but you wouldn't expect magic from him with the ball. However, during a test match against India, Vaughan accomplished the glorious feat of dismantling Sachin Tendulkar's stumps with a big looping off-spinner. Tempting Tendulkar into a booming drive, Vaughan's delivery turned sharply between the bat and pads and straight onto the stumps. A classic dismissal from a classy player. Up next, we have India's crafty Ravichandran Ashwin yet again. During an exciting IPL game against the Kolkata Knight Riders, Ashwin brought out his bag of tricks to send Andre Russell back to the pavilion on the very first ball. The big man might have been looking to settle in, but Ashwin went wide of the crease and served him a beautifully pitched carom ball first up. And that was pretty much it for Russell that day. At number 7, we have a Adil Rashid special. A delivery so good it drew comparison to the spin master Shane Warne himself. During an ODI against India, Rashid delivered an impeccable leg break delivery to Virat Kohli. The ball dipped around leg and turned sharply to dislodge Kohli's off stump, leaving him absolutely shocked. This was the first time Kohli had been bowled by a leg spinner in ODIs, and how fitting that Rashid would do it with a delivery of this quality. The late great Shane Warne was a man who could spin the ball a literal mile whenever he wanted, wherever he wanted. During the 2005 Ashes series in England, Warne left Andrew Strauss in an embarrassing situation by bowling him behind his legs. To be fair to Strauss, there was nothing to feel embarrassed about because literally no one spun the ball as much as Warne. And Strauss wasn't the first man to be bamboozled by Warne either. Up at number 5, we have a dismissal eerily similar to that of Tendulkar's against Vaughan. In this instance, Moeen Ali did the honours by bowling a flighted off-spinner way outside Virat Kohli's off-stump. One attempted cover drive later, Kohli found his bails removed courtesy of some monstrous spin off the pitch. There is just something about off-spinners dismissing right-handed batsmen in Thai fashion. Truly a sight to behold. Chinamen are no longer a common sight in cricket, but boy are they fun to watch. India's Kuldeep Yadav showed us why the left-arm leg spinners are a sight for sore eyes by bowling this absolute beauty to Babar Azam. Going across the batsman, the ball pitched outside off-stump and turned back sharply through the gate to dismantle the stumps. Babar would have needed more than a tentative block to deal with that delivery. At number 3, we have Adil Rashid yet again. This time bowling an audacious leg break delivery to KL Rahul from round the wicket. It was courageous enough for Rashid to bowl one way outside leg stump to an informed KL Rahul, but what ensued was truly spectacular. The ball turned so much that it ended up clipping the top of Rahul's off stump, leaving him staring at his stumps in confusion. Please do that again sometime, Rashid, because that was spectacular. Sri Lankan great Muttiah Muralitharan might be the only man in the history of cricket to rival Shane Warne when it came to spin magic and wicket-taking ability. During a test against England, he came hopping up the bowler's end from over the wicket and delivered a stunning off-break delivery to Mark Butcher. The ball spun a whopping mile to take the left-handers off stump. No matter how good you were, Murli always had an answer for you. And as always, we've saved the best for last. The undisputed ball of the century, bowled by the greatest spinner of all time. Shane Warne's first ever delivery on English soil was truly a memorable one. A physics-defying leg spinner that drifted and dipped way outside leg stump, turned sharply and crashed straight into Mike Getting's off stump. And 30 years later, Mike Getting admitted he still had no clue how he could have played that. And there you have it, folks, our top 20 wickets by spinners. Be sure to like and subscribe for amazing compilations from the gentleman's game.